Maybe I should check the scroll cases and such around here. Yeah.
I almost did not see you.
But I strongly suspect that I need to get that book that I gave to Jeff. I suspect that that is what they're looking for.
I expected the beckoned would arrive soon.
But I want to be thorough at least. I won't lose too much sleep if we can't find that book. Unless it's like immediately going to be apparent, because it feels like it's going to be a bit of a needle in a haystack, that one, but... There we go. And I somehow doubt that there's going to be a particularly big reward for it. It's probably just going to be like another 2k or something. Right. Nullpot Game says, I think having a day-night cycle makes the world feel less like it's a stage set for you, and more like it's its own living thing. Yes. Yeah, that's a very good way of putting it. Right, have some things to turn in. Hello.
Well done, Beckoned. The masons tell me the pressure in the cisterns has yielded. It seems we have you to thank yet again. Please take this in thanks.
You're welcome.
Well, I expect that someone in the teeth got a nasty shock if they were hit with the runoff from the cisterns. Thank you for your help.
Oops. Damn Spherites tossing their trash out.
I can help
Right.
repair your equipment.
Actually, yes.
Shall
if
I
you
hone
could.
your weapons for you?
Yes, please. Do all of it. Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Farewell.
So, salvage time. Now. I like that. I like that. We're keeping those. Gonna get rid of you. Nice. Get rid of you. I am going to get rid of the basic chakrams. The frozen chakrams and the stalker chakrams I like and we can keep. But most everything else I think we're just going to break down. I see no big reason to keep it. That being said, I mean, I could start selling stuff that isn't going to break down into things that I need. Chakrams, I want the parts for. Daggers, I want the parts for. And the kinds of weapons that I use, I want the parts for. But the other stuff... See, the thing is that quite a lot of weapons have bindings and rivets, which I can use. Yeah, for example there, the simple bindings. That was useful for me. The blade there, not so. The shield, weak rivets, useful to me. So it's never a case that I can just say with confidence, yeah, I'll never need any of the things that this would make. It's kind of annoying. There we go. In terms of crafting now, I forget what kind of item I needed for those. I do have, let's see. So Silvernite blades. I mean, the poison damage is kind of cool. But really here, I would want something that increases critical hit damage because that's effectively what sneak attacks are. At least I believe that's the case. I mostly use my daggers for that kind of damage. So greater charged hilt. Greater sharpening hilt. Hey, Gethin. Is it really an RPG if you don't hoard mountains of useless stuff? That is fair. That is very fair. I don't need the chance for critical hits. Though having something like extra health is just useful. Just having that is just flat out useful. Also, having... Oh, actually, you know what? I don't want to do more poison... Well, 33 poison damage. No, I don't need that. The reason why I don't need that is because I'm not going to be using the daggers to do damage. But since I do poison damage with everything, the greater infected rivets is not actually a bad thing to go for. Greater flame rivets. I do flame damage with a lot of things. 14% health is probably better now than... Actually, how much is my base health? I can't say with confidence. So it could be either way. That could be better. This could be better. But the 11% extra poison damage, since I do poison damage with every attack because of my skills, is potentially very useful for me. I would say improved infected bindings. And then this is a weapon gem. 15% chance to steal 5 mana per hit. Socket it into a weapon. Socket to increase that weapon's effectiveness. I'd want a different type of option here, but I could compare it with my current Rend and Carver ones. Does more base damage. Doesn't have an experience bonus. Does a lot more poison damage. I don't know if the plus 11 poison damage is only when using the daggers or is applied to me as a general, though. Either way, it was good to see what I could potentially build there. I'm not going to. We'll head on back out. I want to check in on my options here. That's 25 sorcery. Not really what I'm looking for. Oh, Chessie McChesney. Okay, that's the one that we've made. Plus 4 experience is just amazing, though. I mean, I'm not going to say anything else on that one. Those need to be sold. But I tend to like keeping set pieces to see if I can ever do anything with them later. Alright, let's go and see if you would like to buy anything.
Welcome to the
though.
Idilla Market, Beckoned. Can I interest you in a freshly honed weapon?
Probably can, yeah. But right now what I would like to do is sell off a couple of items. Purples are uniques. But if I don't intend to use them, then there's nothing further about them that matters. The golds are set pieces, and those do matter. The reviving ring. I'll keep it. I'll keep it around. Very nice piece of kit, that one. But, yeah, the Crown of Kairos and the Terex Talons. I just don't think I'm going to wear the Terex Talons. I think I'm probably going to shed that one. Yeah, let's get rid of it. There we go.
I hope you enjoy our fair city.
Thank you. Oh, actually, I wanted to check.
Welcome to the Idilla Market, Beckoned.
Any random gubbins for me to buy? Things that I could break down, for example, would be very much appreciated. Can I break down blues? I think I can. I think I can break down blues. But that's an awful lot of money. Good Lord.
Can I interest you in a freshly honed weapon?
No,
Mind the city's edges.
Let me just double check my abilities skills wise. Blacksmithing. You can harvest components from some enemies in the world. Salvage infrequent equipment. You can salvage rares, yes. So I can break down blues. At some point, you know what? I am actually going to check. Do you have any primal gear? Because if you have anything that gives primal, then I will go for it. It'll generally say if it's primal, though. No, okay.
Can I interest you in a freshly honed
You
weapon?
cannot.
Fare you well, Beckoned.
Thank you, though.
The beckoned! Can I... My potions will allow you to fight the battles your divine station requires, beckoned.
Thank you. What I would like the most, though, are your ingredients of which you have none. Well, big sad. I fear that I have bought up all of the reagents on sale in the whole of Odilla. Okay,
Well done,
oh,
Beckoned.
yeah, that I
the
had
nest
done
of
two
primal
quests.
sprites and their thralls has been removed. Please take this as a token of Idilla's gratitude.
You're welcome. Are there any new ones? Nope. Okay.
Greetings, Beckoned. How goes the work you have taken on?
Oh,
The little nits are
infestation.
taken care of, I take it. Good, then. Who needs them?
All right. Well, that's everything. All the side quests for now, anyway. Oh, we've got something over here, though. Oh, Marauder totems and Colossi artifacts. Yes.
I pray you are finding the work suited to you, Beckoned. The task is small. Be careful with them.
Have you more totems?
I do.
And you return to me. I hope you are finding this work well suited to you. Very well. I shall endeavor to reward you for your labors.
A nice reward, yes. Actually, maybe I
pray
do
you
have
are
some
finding
Colossus
the work suited.
items
They
there.
are strewn throughout the teeth of Naros.
Oh, no. No,
They
mind.
may be
I don't.
careful with them.
All right. Well, those are the immediate quests that we had on the list. We don't seem to have any other ones now. These two are just ongoing tasks. I do have a quest to get that book, but I don't know when we're going to be able to do it. Hey, Revelation. All right, go to the Hyperion Temple is the next one for us. So let's mark that on our list.
You must be the beckoned.
It goes well, Revelation. It goes well. Okay, we are back down here. I believe, yeah, we need to go down to that road. So, let's go deal with the kobolds over here. Grab the chest. Grab this chest over by the Teeth of Narrowstone. Maybe just clear out this little spot over here. Might as well. While we're up and about, we'll charge up our reckoning mode as well by doing so, which is always good. Also the opportunity to get a couple more reagents from here and there. Now, will I be able to get up to one of you and take you out before the fight begins? It's a big question. Might be able to. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Hello. Gotcha.
I will crush you, run!
You. Ow. Okay, fair enough. Ow. God. There we go. Stealth kills make these fights so much easier. Instead, here I am, going blow for blow. Radiant Staff will definitely get rid of that. If not sell it, then we'll break it down. Everything there is worthwhile to me. Let's summon my Yorta. 175 stream streak. Revelation, that is absolutely bonkers, mate. There's some folks wandering around there. Hello? It wasn't folks, it was wolves. Yep. I want to grab this. Wasn't able to grab it because I was pulled into combat a little bit too soon. Sure, we'll be thorough. There's no reason not to be. My alchemy skill is low enough that I fail more often than I succeed at gathering, so gathering whenever I get the chance is probably wise so that I've got anything to use for crafting. Hello. No thanks. Oh, damn. Okay, fair enough. You hadn't finished throwing those. I do dislike the Night Blades. The Kobold Rogues are as annoying to me as I'm sure that I am to them. There we go. Apparently we'd never opened this chest. Yes. Yes. We're holding that one in our main inventory, so that there's no chance that I accidentally sell it. Every piece of primal gear, no matter its type, is useful to me. Because at worst, I just won't be able to use it. Oh well. But I'll still get some bindings out of it, even if it's not the primal ones that I want. However, if I can grab hold of any kind of primal component, a primal binding, a rivet, I don't even know if primal can be added to those things. But if I can use it to make another type of item primal, well worth it. I don't think getting primal daggers would be useful, but definitely some primal, better primal chakrams would be very nice. Over here. Also, I need to sneeze. Oh. Hi. Nope. Ah, I forgot about the backhand. How I wish I had reckoning mode available to me right now. Ouch. There we go. We have now got you fully primal. There we go. You are a tough one. Whoop. Ouch. Ouch. How did you manage to hit me with the backhand from that far? Shenanigans. Okay, that's on me. Oh, I've discovered a hidden object, apparently. Oh. Okay, well that charged everything up. Armor of the Wanderer. It's a finesse armor. Surrounded by foes, Corrin hid in a cave where he found this armor. In his newfound armor, Corrin faced his enemies and they died. Okay, very straightforward. Okay, it is finesse armor as well, so I'll take it. Yeah, sure.
And so this Myru gifted them with Apothani heart, and the newly born Colossi found deliverance. And with the gods once more upon the mount, so did they surge towards the teeth of Naros, towards majesty.
Your prophet leads us to glory in your name. Blessed is the way of Kraos.
A letter from Diodorus to the trolls. Brothers and sisters, I write to you in the name of Athene. Blessed be her name and the names of her followers. O great trolls of the mountain, you who shake the ground beneath your feet, who fear nothing save the wrath of Naros, who crush rock and crumble stone, I offer wisdom. What is wisdom? It is the gift of Athene, the goddess of the morning sun, who enlightens the world from her highest of thrones. She is the wisest counsel to Naros, who heeds her call. Yes, even Naros. Even the densest of rocks yields to the chisel, and so should you, too, trolls of the mountains, yield to the mind of the great goddess. All right. Welcome back, Peter Pete. Hello.
Beckoned. I was told that you and the Primos are allowed to enter. By all means, conduct what business you have within.
Thank you. Tell me of the lake complex.
The structure behind me is the holiest site in these lands. I can speak no more of it. I am sorry.
Fair enough. Tell me of the Primos.
I do not doubt that the Primos is loved by the gods. When the rest toiled in futility, he raised the whole of Idylla. Truly, it was a miracle.
And of the Silent
They are
Choir.
colossi who have witnessed the holiness of Anokatos and sworn oaths to serve his every will. The garb they wear reminds themselves of our savage past, and how they are unworthy of all things, even the act of speech. Hence, their name.
I
I am a humble guardian of this complex, here to make sure that none sully it with their footsteps.
Very well. I suppose she's of the Silent Choir? Yeah, Silent Choir acolyte. It yields no speech, as one might expect. All right. I demand the gubbins. Venom Strike. Okay. I'm not going to be using it, so I'll put it in junk. And I do not believe I can break it down either. Also junk. I wonder if I can break down potions into their raw components. That would be useful, because I don't want all of the really low-level potions I've got now. Okay, a thought just crossed my mind, just randomly. How many of you in chat can swim? So I was thinking to myself, there's no way I can swim that fast. But I am very comfortable in the water. Like I could remain in the water for hours at a time. I'm not a speed swimmer or anything like that. But then it occurred to me as like, I take it for granted that everyone can swim. I can swim. I can swim well. Not fast, but steady. Yeah. I am a rock. That's one way of saying. Oh, okay. Very, very easy lock to pick that one. Longbow of Bloodthirst. Some shard. I never learned. Yeah, I was a competitive speed swimmer until I was 20. Yeah, we learn in school over here. Could swim before I could walk. Yeah, I was, you know, quote, end quote, a water baby. I was swimming before I could walk. I was capable of well, okay, so there was no technique in it, and if unattended, I would drown, of course. But I was very comfortable in the water, paddling away without any real rhyme or reason. But that continued as I got older. Like when I was a toddler, I was taught how to swim, or well, rather, I was taught how to float. I think the closest thing to swimming I could do as a toddler was a doggy paddle, but I could do it, and at the age of a toddler, I could do it with purpose. Like if I was in the kind of kiddies pool, one of my parents could go to the other side and call me, and I would splish splash my way over to them. Like, so I was capable of locomotion. How much stamina I would have had, I very much doubt it was much, but like I was always able to swim. Like from as early as you could realistically expect you to be able to. I love the water. And I do to this day. Okay, watched by the gods, thank you. Great Britain is an island. It's handy to learn to swim if you're surrounded by water. Yes, that is a very good point. I hadn't really considered it like that, but you make a valid point. In my tweens, I swam across the narrowest point of Lake Zurich. Not fast, but I did it. Almost everyone was taught to swim in Switzerland, as there is so many lakes in the country. Yeah, no, it just makes sense. If you've got a lot of bodies of water in your country, or indeed, as someone pointed out, it's surrounded by water, which I guess technically all countries are, but you know what I'm... Well, actually, no, not all countries are, thinking about it, but you know what I mean. It does make sense to teach your children to be safe in the water. Hey yo, Quantum, how you doing, mate? Thank you so much for making it to 20 streams. Corthinian Curus. Definitely not one that I'm going to be using, but I will take it. I'll put it into my stash of uniques / set items when I get back home. In my tweet, I can swim, not well enough to do really deep water, nor can I swim fast, but I can swim. Really, Nico, when you say you can't swim in really deep water, what do you mean? Like oceans, where you have to worry about like riptides and stuff like that? Because that makes sense. But like, you know, if we're talking about still water, let me make a distinction between swimming and diving, because all diving has some component of swimming, but not all swimming has any component of diving. Like, but realistically speaking, if you could put me in, as long as the water was calm, it really wouldn't matter how deep the water was. The swim for me would be exactly the same, and I would be able to do it regardless. Though I guess that perhaps that part comes down to again the fact that I'm so comfortable in the water. Like, I genuinely don't think, unless you were expecting me to swim so long I couldn't sleep, like, you know, eventually my body is going to tire out and I will fall asleep. And at that point, I'd probably drown. But, like, whilst I wouldn't necessarily be able to, like, you know, long distance swim actively, I'm more than comfortable at treading water for as long as it's practically indefinite. You know, I'd fall asleep before I would stop being able to tread water or float. So, you know, as long as you weren't asking me to stay in the water afloat by my own efforts for longer than I can stay awake, I would be able to stay afloat. You know, as long as, like, you know, if we're talking like stormy waters, all bets are off, or any, like, riptides and all that kind of stuff, anything that would, you know, potentially be actively trying to put me under the water, sure, I'm probably not good enough swimmer to fight against that. But, like, if the water was calm, then it would really just be how long can I stay awake? That's how long I'd be able to stay afloat. So I'm quite curious what you mean by, like, you wouldn't be able to swim in deep water, because I'm assuming you mean, like, you know, like off the coast, you know, where you're dealing with the ocean and its various currents at that point. Anything deeper than 8 feet and you start sinking. Can't keep my head above water. Anything deeper. I'm okay. I'm not saying that you're wrong, right? I just don't understand the mechanisms of that. Like, genuinely. Like, that was probably one of the first things. That's probably something I learned when I was so small, that really what I was doing couldn't really be called swimming. Is that I was taught how to basically float. Like, if my arms and legs get tired, I just enter float mode. And then I recover my stamina just passively existing on the water surface. And then when I've recovered it, I, you know, start swimming again. That it obviously isn't treading water. Treading water is more of an active thing. But if I get that tired, I'll simply float. So it boggles my mind, the idea that you would simply sink in anything deeper than 8 feet. Like, I'm not even sure how that would happen. I have to actively try to sink. Again, though, you know, I'm only used to the waters that I'm used to, like lakes and rivers and, well, not even rivers, really. I think the widest, most aggressive body of water I've swum in is probably just a big stream, or a lot, you know, moderate-sized lake. Other than that, it's always been swimming pools and stuff like that. But the depth has never been a factor in how well I could swim. That is a very deep drop. That is a very deep drop. Sticking to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. God damn it. Kane says, as a kid, my body mass index was so low, I couldn't float at all, laying on my back, not moving, and my head was the only thing that wouldn't drift down. Really? That's kind of crazy. I have an enormous chest cavity. Like full on, like, dwarf barrel chest kind of chest cavity, which is probably a reason why I can sing and hold a note for so long as I can. Yeah, if I decide that I just want to float, I simply fill my lungs with air and I breathe shallow.
Stand in a ground
I'm not going to sink.
Beyond all things. Now
unless something is pushing me down, the air in my body will not allow me to go.
Since that terrible day when arrogance and desperation brought about the disfavor of the gods, my followers have tended this place. Now come. We shall go to the antechamber of the Hyperion, the very spot where the sins of the Colossi were answered.
Okay. Tell me of the antechamber.
The antechamber is the flawed design of Arcais. It was the means by which he sought to force the Hyperion to join the city. It was to do so using the spark of divine magic Athene placed into each of us, that these fragments combined would create a force equal to that of a god. Such power was never meant to be wielded by the unworthy. The energies struck back at Arcais, and the many assembled in his chamber, killing them.
Okay. And who exactly was in his chamber when they died? All right, let's go with the Hyperion
It is
antechamber.
where the former Primos, Arcais, bade the Hyperion to rise to join our city. Where the gods saw fit to condemn us for our hubris, it will be the altar of our forgiveness.
Very well.
The Colossi are the children of the Titans. We are the inheritors of their will, and we are the ones that will shepherd this world into a new age.
Okay. Very well. Then let's
We
go.
are so close now.
I'm not sure I like that they're following. Gonna be honest with you. Very well, let's move. In chat, yeah, Lonely Poro, honestly, I'm kind of with you. They said, I didn't realize that some people couldn't float very well. I just assumed that everyone could just fill their lungs with air and be buoyant. Yeah, kind of. But it makes sense when it pointed out. It's like, yeah, you just don't have enough to you. But I would imagine that. I don't know. Like, someone's saying, yeah, no, this is my experience. It's good enough for me, I guess. But at the same time, I'm not entirely sure how that works. Kind of crazy. But there's definitely a technique to floating more or less indefinitely. And it probably, there is almost certainly a difference in lung capacity. Like, I can float better than my brother can, but we can both basically float for as long as we want to. And part of that is our father taught us how to breathe shallow while floating.
In the dark hour. The magics holding the paths together were unbound. Only the cipher can reorder such magics. Press ahead and set the path.
Notice the motif on that. Right at the bottom left, it might be a little bit hard to see. We can see the what I assume is the city of Adilla. We can see like an obelisk, which I assume is the Hyperion, which is what we're looking at in a way, with the spinning boulder. I mean, jewel. I'm not sure at the top. But in the kind of engraving, the Hyperion is almost the focal point of what looks very much like the threads of fate. And I can only assume, I don't think I've actually noticed that before, but I can only assume that is not by mistake.
Come. The antechamber waits below.
Lady Sheila, I come with my own flotation devices. I barely sink even if I let my breath out. Well, look at you flaunting your woman privilege, my lord. My lord.
The keystone must be set. Traverse the broken paths, and the magic of the cipher should let you set the path right again. The end of this awaits.
Is there a chest? Oh, it's probably underneath me. Very well. Take care, Nico. I think I'm going to wait on one of the litanies. I don't need to use them yet. I like these lamps, though. I think I got a new idea for the next time I'm playing Vintage Story of something to carve. Right. Open the walkway. Okay. Nice and easy.
Come. We must finish this. We are almost done, Beckett. This mural was to save my people. Though the city floats, it is nothing without the Hyperion at its heart. If you were curious, I could tell you more. Again, we find the way barred. I'm afraid I need your help once more.
That is the Terex crown that he made. I want to go back and have a look at that mural. I didn't want to fall too far behind because it seemed like he was just going to keep talking, whether I was with him or not. So, that is the Morai, I think it was. This is a depiction of what the Colossi were. Oh, no, Myru. The Myru. So very much like the... I would say more like the Etins, only, you know, single-headed. And then on the right, we have the modern Colossi. That is such a cool... Oh, you know what, that's definitely worthy of a screenshot at some point. I wish there was an easier way for me to look at it. There we go. That is a pretty nice mural, to be fair. Actually, that's a better position. Yeah. You don't like crockery, do you? I do, actually. It's just... I like the gold that's inside them more. It pains me to have to destroy them to access the gold, while my character has not yet learned how to use his opposable thumbs and bulky forearms to hoist these fragile pots up and upend them, shaking them vigorously so that all of the riches would fall out, so that he could then put them back down, unshattered. But alas, here we are.
Come. The antechamber waits below.
Were you going to tell me more? Oh.
It is as before. Reach the keystone on the path's far side. The cipher will let you set it straight again. Come, Beckoned.
Does your hand always get stuck? Is this a hand Pringle can kind of scenario? Oh no. Damn it. I'm getting my hand stuck in the cookie jar, so the only option left is to shatter the cookie jar. I get you. That may be it, in fact, yes. Right, well, this time, I'm going to break all the crockery first, so that then I can follow Anakatos down without issue. Primal longsword, yes. I mean, not useful for me as a longsword, not something I would want, but very glad to have another primal item.
We are almost done,
Tell me more. You promised you would. What? Stupid invisible walls.
Come. The antechamber waits below. Come, beckoned.
What exactly is the use of this stairs? I'm sorry, but what? Excuse me? Why is this here other than to trip people up? Like, what kind of sadistic deviant would make stairs like that?
Come. We must finish this.
Hello. Can you see the bottom yet? I think I can see through the world. I definitely can't see the bottom though. Literally to Balin.
We are almost done, Beckett.
So many pots.
Come. We must finish this.
Also, one has to ask, what the hell kind of fuel did you use in these braziers? That is exceptionally long-lasting. Because those things, who knows? This could be some sort of radioactive isotope just slowly decaying, that's giving this a gentle bluish hue for centuries. But this is actively combusting. Is every one of these actually just connected to a tiny little pipe network that's running to some sort of natural gas reservoir?
Come. We must finish this. We have reached it. Beyond that stone is the Hyperion, the gift of the gods, the symbol of a covenant concluded. It rests out of reach, waiting for the day when the gods forgive our trespass, when they find us worthy again. Until now, I feared such a day would not come. We should begin. The gods visited this room once before. It seems only fit that you occupy their position. I will take my place where Arceus once stood.
Very well. How does the ritual work?
Long before, Arceus dared grasp the power of the gods and was judged according to his impudence. We act now as their analogues. In you, the gods visit this chamber once more. You shall stand where they appeared and made manifest their wrath. And I shall stand where Arceus stood and bore the brunt of their imminent will.
I mean, sounds dangerous for you, but very well. I wish I could just look straight up.
Please, Beckoned, I have taken my place, but you must also take yours.
Is mine here? Yes, apparently it is.
Thank the gods! Praise be to them after all this time! I bear witness to their confirmation. You have done so well, Beckoned, to bring the cipher to me and to let me use its strength. With you, I can do what Arcas could not. Command the Hyperion.
What did you do to me?
This chamber harnesses the magic needed to control the Hyperion. But before you appeared with the cipher, no force was sufficient. I knew that when we first met, when I first sensed the cipher, that I could unseal the Hyperion and command its power. Why else would the gods furnish you, whom I needed most in my lowest hour?
Okay.
The gods have found my people unworthy of the gifts offered us. So, using the Hyperion, I will see Idilla destroyed. The wicked will be purged. And once the city falls, I will reforge the ruins in an image the gods find acceptable. I'm sorry, Beckoned, but you must be a martyr for my cause.
I do not know. Wow!
Your place.
Scallywags! Ow! Ow! No! Ow! No! Oh, my lord. No. Stop. Woof, woof. I need my shield. Oh. And then take your shots. Nope. Nope. Fake your oh, damn it, I'm out of mana. Ugh, so much bullying. Can I just turn? Come on. Come on. There we go. No. Oh, you can talk now, is it? There we go, finally. Now I've got some backup, I should be alright. Okay. I could probably have won by myself, honestly, but I much prefer doing it this way because wait. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, can I not use my reckoning mode? But I can. One. Nope. I got all of them? I do. There we go. So, how many people figured that Anakatos was the bad guy? The broken cipher. With the cipher broken by Anakatos' scheme, your fate powers seem to fluctuate wildly. What? Shattered fate. As a result of Anakatos' treachery, your control of fate is unstable. When struck, you have a percentage chance to lose fate. No. You scallywag. But I should have taken an experience potion there. That was a good group of enemies with they were worth a lot of experience points in one place. Using that plus reckoning mode would have been huge. Did the Silent speak? They broke their vows. I know, right? Some vows they were. Nikki will as well. I had played this game before. Yeah, I mean, you know, obviously playing the game before does tend to let you in on all of this, the crazy stuff that is going to happen. Ouch. Rude. Please stop. Man, these sound quiet. Types are quite powerful, aren't they? The problem is, without fate building up, I can't pull off my attacks anymore. Well, my easy ones anyway. I just assumed with a long monologue and an evil ritual that he was the bad Colossus. Yeah. Side quest, why are they calling you heathen when you are literally sent by the gods? Oh, side question. Sent by the gods in their mind. Well, because Anakartos told them to. And they do whatever Anakartos says because they're good boys and girls. There we go. Now you'll be significantly easy to take out. No. Don't want to take any hits, otherwise I lose all of my fate. I'd rather build that up, thank you. Nope. Nope. No! God damn it. I don't want to have to kill you. I really don't. You're not a bad boy. You were just made bad by bad boys. Ooh, good. I can hand that in for a reward. Shaped stone. Also hand that in for a reward. Nice. Oh, getting up through here is going to be a pain. There's so many fights. Hello! It's kind of hard to silently kill a giant, but I'll do my best. Oop. Jump! Oh. Yeah, it hurt a bit, but not as badly as it could have.
Use you.
We are thankfully still I'm gonna put those in junk. Don't know why you were carrying around pots and pans, but sure.
Beckoned. What has happened? Why
Good old
are
Secundra.
Anakartos' acolytes attacking us? What is he doing with the Hyperion?
You don't want to know. But I'll tell me about the Colossi.
Adrift in these lands, I must admit. We might have been great enough to overcome the burdens, but now we cannot.
Tell me of the Hyperion.
Curse the gods for leaving the thing here. Anakartos will use it to kill all of us.
That does seem to be his plan.
The Primos has lost his senses. If he thinks his actions will return the love of the gods, he's gone mad with grief.
That does, actually, it legitimately does seem that that is the case with Anakartos. Like, he is so zealously convinced of his faith that he could be the only one who is deserving. It's so egotistical, but at the same time, it does come not from some malign intent, but out of the most zealous form of, good intentions. The whole road to the devil is paved with good intentions.
Destroy Idylla? No! That zealous fool! Have the loss of his gods driven him to such despair to use the beckoned and the cipher for such ends? We must make our way from this place. We need to stop Anakartos, but we cannot do so here. Things are bound to be dangerous. Take this. I have not seen a shield of this craft before, but I think you can make use of it. Now, let us move.
The labyrinthine. Shouldn't we stop?
How if we cannot reach him? And we can do nothing to stop him if his worshippers kill us here.
Also
we
fair.
must make for the surface, and hope that there is time enough for us to deal with him. Very well.
All right. But What was that shield you just gave me? Do I have any other Corinthine stuff? I don't think I do. Right, so the Labyrinthine. It's another finesse shield. There's no way that that is better for me. Originally a wall decoration used by Colossi priests to send to their meditations, this sturdy decoration makes a fairly good shield, and its intricate surface patterns instill the user with a sense of calm. But I much prefer +1 to finesse abilities.